What's up, everybody? Today I'll be doing my top 5 picks in the 2020 NBA Draft. First, with the number 1 pick, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are coming off a year where they traded Andrew Wiggins in exchange for D'Angelo Russell from the Golden State Warriors. Russell has seemed like a great player to play alongside with all-star Karl Anthony Towns. With the first pick in the draft, the Timberwolves have a wide variety of players to choose from for their team's future. With the first pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, if I were the Timberwolves, I would select Anthony Edwards from Georgia. In his last year of college at Georgia, he averaged over 19 points, 5 rebounds, and about 3 assists, shooting 40% from the field in 32 games. Alongside a team with a promising future, Edwards has shown he can be a great contribution to a team in their efforts to win a championship in a few years. Next, with the second pick in the draft, there's the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors had a disappointing year that ended with a bad record and lots of injuries. With a healthy team next year, the Warriors can be right back in the running of a contender for the championship. The Warriors will have their great backcourt from previous years with Curry and Thompson back healthy, and their front court with Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Eric Pascal. After acquiring D'Angelo Russell in last year's offseason in a sign-and-trade with the Nets where they gave them Kevin Durant, they traded D'Angelo Russell for Andrew Wiggins at the trade deadline. The only position the Warriors seem weak at right now is the center position. Having Curry and Thompson at the guard positions and Andrew Wiggins at the small forward position, along with Eric Pascal and Draymond Green, a center would seem like a good fit for them to get a player at that position in the draft. That leads me to think that James Wiseman would be a great fit for the Warriors roster playing the center position. In his freshman year at Memphis, he averaged about 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He did this all while shooting 77% from the field. In college, he has shown what a great defensive presence he is and how he can fit right into the Warriors roster and fill in that role. Next, with the number 3 pick, we have the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets are a fairly young team with players like Devontae Graham, Miles Bridges, and PJ Washington Jr. The Hornets right now are nowhere close to being a playoff contending team. So for them to use this pick to help their team out, it would be showing that they are not looking to win a championship in the next couple years, but in the future. If I were the Hornets with the 3rd pick, I would choose Onyeka Okongwu from USC. The Hornets seem to be weak right now at the forward/center position. Although they did choose PJ Washington Jr. last year, Okongwu has been compared to players like Bam Adebayo in his great defensive presence. Last year at USC, he averaged over 16 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks, shooting over 60% from the field. With him at center, the Hornets would be able to run a small ball lineup similar to how the Houston Rockets did this year. Although he is not one of the taller centers in the league, he would still be a great defensive presence, being able to rebound the ball and block shots as well as an elite scorer on offense. Next, with the number 4 pick, we have the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls just recently fired their head coach from last season, Jim Boylen, who many think will be a great step into the team's future. The Bulls are another one of the younger teams in the league with a few pieces in their team that have shown they have potential to lead their team to a deep playoff run. In the past 3 drafts, the Bulls have made some great selections, last year selecting Kobe White. In the 2018 draft, they selected Wendell Carter Jr. and Lauri Markkanen in the 2017 NBA draft. The Bulls also have one of the more underrated players in the league and a borderline all-star in Zach LaVine at the guard/forward position. With Kobe White playing the point guard, Zach LaVine playing shooting guard, Markkanen at power forward, and Wendell Carter at center, there's one player that I believe can fit this team perfectly at the shooting guard position. And that player is LaMelo Ball. LaMelo has an older brother, Lonzo Ball, who currently plays for the New Orleans Pelicans and is in his 3rd year in the league. After graduating from high school, he decided to skip college and go straight to international ball, playing in a league in Australia. Last year in that league, he averaged about 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7 assists in 12 games. He has shown a lot of similarities in his game compared to his brother Lonzo, in his ability to be an all-around player, in his ability to score, pass, and defend. LaMelo seems like a great player to play alongside Zach LaVine and some of the younger players on the Bulls roster right now. Lastly, with the 5th pick, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs have a fairly young team, especially at the guard position with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. They also have Kevin Love and Andre Drummond at the forward/center position. The Cavs are nowhere near to the playoff team they were a few years ago when they had LeBron James. Kevin Love and Andre Drummond are both in their late 20s, so it seems that they could use a center or even a forward. With the 5th pick, Obi Toppin seems like a good fit for the Cleveland Cavaliers roster, playing alongside guards like Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, especially if Andre Drummond soon leaves the team. Last year, he was the Player of the Year at Dayton, where he averaged over 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, and a block, and 60% from the field. Toppin would fit right into a role with the Cavs, playing great alongside Colin Sexton, who is a great playmaker. That will wrap up today's video where I discussed my top 5 players in the 2020 mock draft. I hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below if you think a certain player should go to a different team and what other players should be selected outside of the top 5. Leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and turn on notifications to be notified for weekly videos. I'll see you next time.